of an intelligent liberal who can explain electoral politics.
Wait, but Connor, how is this going to work? How is this going to work?
Right now, these people are treating each other like enemies, not like people on the same team.
So how is this going to work, actually, Connor? Because my actual position is the following. You should stop all funding of Israel, and you should stop them entirely, including, but not limited to, Iron Dome spending, and that because it's all fungible, I think the right thing is for America to stop totally. That is my position. I'm just telling you what my position is. But the basis that I would defend to go on.
Bro, dude, Pisco, you're like a little baby when it comes to Israel versus Palestine, okay? You don't even know, like, the beginning of whatever anything happened. You probably can't even cite, like, the major events that has happened throughout history. Like, you probably don't even know about, like, any information about the Second Intifada. You probably don't even know, how long Hamas was a charity. By the way, it was only, like, a fucking charity for, like, a week, okay, or something, all right? So, yeah.
The shows is, like, even though I agree with you guys that that's how America should act, I'm okay with AOC doing this because of optics and for pure power strategy, like it's House of Cards. That's not going to play well with anybody, and really no one but us people in the weeds are going to be able to sign off on that defensive AOC. I really think that is a kind of, like,
the truth hurts. The truth hurts.
Also, like to pretend like any of these leftists give a single flying fuck about, like, the dead children don't go so hard. Bro. Okay, you guys can't lie, okay? You guys can't lie, all right? Part of the reason why my streams are so entertaining is because I come up with crazy names, okay, in the middle of nowhere, all right? I just something spewed out, all right? I just can't help myself, okay?
This is the thing, like, honestly, I don't know how to square this circle, and maybe I'm just bad at it. Like I could just be bad at this. I don't know.
Okay, also, by the way, okay, let's just say that we actually build Gaza and Iron Dome. Okay, what then? Okay, so we both have an Iron Dome. Now Hamas will, like, be more empowered to conduct more October 7. Hello? Like, what are we talking about here? The entire point of the Israeli airstrikes is to target Hamas leaders. Okay, now that Hamas leaders can't be targeted, is that what you're saying? Dude, I like how Pisco isn't even questioning step 2. Step 1, build Iron Dome. Step 2? Question mark? Step 2? Question mark? What? How do we reach peace in the Middle East then? What? What are you talking about? Right? Fuck me, dude.
But I don't know how to square the circle of the passions of the population with the tactical intelligence necessary to be good
At least with Israel's Iron Dome, at least, like, that gives them a platform to eliminate Hamas and all other terrorists, like stupid fucking terrorists in the fucking Middle East. Fuck them, dude.
politics.
Fuck Iran.
I don't know how to square that circle. The only thing that kind of guides me is telling the truth as I see it. That's the only thing at the end of the day. So if I have a bad opinion, I still have to share my bad opinion because I earnestly believe it. And if it pisses people off, it pisses people off. I mean, dude, I've been pissing my chat off all day, to be fair.
But I'm not going to burn the bridge. Well. I'm not going to burn the bridge with someone who thinks that
I don't think you should burn any bridges.
Okay, so then what are we talking about here? You know?
I'm talking about
straight raid. Okay.
Let's say so by the way, this is fire content. People are talking about it. So I actually would change nothing in reference to content for lefties fighting lefties. That's great. But what I would talk about with Crystal Ball, with Kyle Kalinske, with the Vanguard boys, is I would say, like, hey, I love your passion. You guys are so cool, blah, blah, blah. Let's get beers. Let's get drunk. Let's start dating Instagram e-thoughts together. Let's do a little bit of meth. But
what?
I got my boy Hutch over here, and he's a pretty smart electoral guru, and he has some criticisms. I want y'all to fight
Isn't
it out.
that what we did?
Well, he's not smart. That's the thing. His ego and his arrogance blinds him. I don't even know how smart he is. Like, fuck. Like, he can't even get to step 2. He can't even get to step 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't that what we did?
And it's fire content. We're talking about it.
I know, but like people are acting as though some other thing should have been done, right? Some other that there was this.
You just need one more liberal.
I'm a liberal. Fuckface.
What?
How am I not a liberal? Explain how I'm not a liberal anymore. You're
well, because you make cover. You make cover for lefties. That's why. What the fuck, dude? What's the point of calling yourself a liberal at this point if like all you do is complain about how like bad the Democrats are, you cover constantly for lefties, you stream with the Great Betrayer, you know, piss cunt streaming with the Great Betrayer, the Butcher of Orbits, the Lady of the Traitor, the like fuck me, dude. It's just like, okay, piss cunt. All right.
Like,
okay,
you're saying I'm a socialist communist.
They need IRI.
How is this even a liberal discussion?
You're progressive. I said you're a progressive.
Okay, how is this at all? Right? Like, how is this discussion about defending AOC or not defending AOC? How is that a?
Okay, you make cover for the far right Foodshops? Yes, I totally make cover for people like Asmon Golden Tectone. Totally. Yes, you're absolutely correct.
You're a socialist or liberal type discussion. It's like a tactical discussion, isn't it?
Okay, you don't have to agree with my assessment. I'm just going to give you my assessment
because you hang out with Aaron.
I mean, that's the outside. However, inside the group dynamic, it seems.
Motherfucker, Aaron is in your chat right now. You have a segment that is entirely based on Aaron. You call the segment her take. Her referring to Aaron. You make that segment whenever Aaron comes onto your stream. Like you literally have a stream segment based off of Straighter Raid.
Is that Econoboy and you tend to agree on a lot and are willing to fight Hutch on a topic. Pondering is playing the middle ground and facilitating conversation. So oftentimes,
dude, he's so bad faith. He's so bad faith. Dude, Pisco is just so bad faith.
He feels like the moderator.
What the
So
fuck?
either Pondering needs to come down from his moderator status and fight alongside Hutch passionately, or you need.
Yeah, but Josiah doesn't agree with Hutch. That's the thing. Pondering doesn't agree with Hutch. Because
well, then you need another milquetoast lib.
But we are milquetoast libs.
Yeah, and that's the problem with pondering politics, right? Pandering politics, right? The problem with Josiah is that he enables people like Pisco to dogpile on her. He has the voice of authority, right? If that makes sense. He has the voice of authority. He has the authority to moderate a debate between these two, but instead he's joining the dogpile against Hutch. Really, he has the ability to like settle their differences and you know, try to reach a conclusion, or at least try to steel man Hutch's position. But it's like instead he just plays enabler, like a fucking abuse enabler. Okay, fucking pandering politics is like him getting cucked. Yeah, he's like taking after the person that was once his client when he was a cook. So yeah,
the show is about milquetoast libs. That was the whole conception of the show. What do you mean, no?
Well, yeah, and my chat is saying these guys are a bunch of far left fucking socialist lunatics.
But explain how. Explain how. Wait, hang on. So Econoboy just came out. So I don't want to squash his truth. He just came out. So Econoboy just came out as socialist. So I agree with that aspect. But in terms of me and Josiah, where there also is critique that we are moving more to the left, explain that. Explain that.
Sure. I would say it's probably guilt by association. I would say it's probably substantively guilt by association, because from the outside, we see you guys hanging out with the Vanguard, and you guys aren't holding hands above the table, but you interlock your toes. You're playing footsie together, and then you're fucking hanging out with Erin, and you're playing footsie with her too. So yeah, like it's guilt by association, but you're guilt by associating to the left, and you're.
Connor isn't giving good examples here. I think, dude. It isn't just like guilt by association, because he's like sabotaging his own argument by saying this, right? Like normally people don't take guilt by association seriously. Like normally people don't take that seriously. I think actually what's happening is that it's spite, okay? Fuck it. You know what? It's not like I have a better reason either, okay? Like for me, I'll just go straight to what I'm thinking, okay? I think it's spite. That's what I think it is, okay? Pisco separated from Destiny, okay? Their bridge is probably permanently burnt. Pisco actively complains about Destiny and Dan on his own fucking stream, right? So he has to like appeal to the directly opposite side that hates Destiny now, but isn't too extreme like Hassan. That's probably what's going on, okay? I can see it, okay? Listen, I know how human dynamics work, okay? I know where people go after, you know, they leave a friend group, okay? I know what kind of separate Discord servers they make after they leave your Discord server, you know? I know what goes on, okay? I am aware, okay? I see all. All right.
Not guilt by association to the center and the right.
I debate righties all the time. I bring on
debate, meaning that you have fights with them, which means that you're pushing against them. You're not fucking interlocking.
Aaron and I disagree. Wait, Aaron and I disagree on our show. Like, yeah, but it's more collaborative. Yeah, it's more fun. It's more fun and banter.
Well, honestly, just get to the point. Just say that you don't think there's a genocide going on in Israel versus Palestine, right? Like, does that make sense? Like, just get to the point. Like, fuck, why does everyone keep dancing around the point? Just say, I don't actually think there's a genocide. I think this, like, genocide rhetoric, when the argument isn't that good, goes to show that, like, you're sabotaging the Democratic Party over a lie. That's what's going on. You're sabotaging us over a lie. You're condemning millions and millions of Americans to death and destruction, and misery, and the great suffering, and the walk of the walk of sorrows. Okay, like, off of a lie. That's what you're doing, right?
Sure. Anyway. Well, but what do you want me to do?
Him dating Aaron is so funny. Dude, Lycan dating Aaron is just like, is like, Lycan, honey, it's time for my boob smashing hour, or whatever the fuck. And then Lycan's like, okay, fine. And then he does it, and then, like, straight away goes back to Pisco.
Like, so if there's a righty out there who
you don't have to accept my prescription. You don't have to accept my prescription. I'm just saying that's the exterior.
You're basically saying that it's all virtue signaling. It's all who you align yourself with. It's all who you do shows with. But it's not about an actual tracking of any changed position, which nobody can identify, right? Like, nobody can identify a single changed position in this supposed, like, turn to the left. No one can identify even one thing.
I think it's Israel. I think it's mostly Israel. Because the truth is, when it comes to Twitch and YouTube politics or online politics.
And by the way, okay, you can still make an argument while acknowledging there is a genocide, okay? If you believe that there is a genocide going on, I think Lonerbox said if they kept the aid blockade up, then yeah, you can probably count it as a genocide or something, right? Whatever, okay, fine. Let's just say that you consider it to be a genocide. Who's better for Israel and Palestine? It's Kamala Harris, objectively, out of the two, right? It's Kamala Harris. Okay, all right. So what do you think that you talking about Israel versus Palestine and attributing, the name Genocide Joe, right? Do you think that that is something that will hurt or support Kamala Harris's, like, campaign? Do you think that will help or hinder, right? And the answer is it will hinder, right? So what do you think is the right thing to do? Maybe you should get Kamala Harris elected, okay, first, and then appeal to her good sympathy in terms of that. Otherwise, it's too risky. You want to appeal to her graces in terms of, like, you want to give Palestine a fucking platform before the election ends? Are you fucking unhinged? You need to present a united front, okay?
Oftentimes, like, I describe myself as like a tepid Zionist, right? Which is effectively like, I think the state of Israel should exist, but we probably shouldn't help them out with the ethnic cleansing. But if you look at the broad swath of, like, American political opinion, I think it's 2-1, 3-1 in general support for Israel. And so as a result, that seems like a either far left or lefty progressive take, or that feels like a far right take to be against Israel. And so I feel like if you're talking to the Vanguard boys, or if you're talking to Aaron and you're just saying, like, yeah, fuck Israel, we shouldn't fund them at all, then that's going to be viewed as a far lefty talking point.
Yeah, so I think that Piers Morgan has come out and said that what's going on.
Sure. It's becoming increasingly normalized online, for sure.
And, like, the whole country has seen the depravity of what's happening, like the constant massacres at food sites, the starvation deaths that are now increasing significantly. So, like, to act as though, okay, now being more vocal against the atrocities that are being committed, that is a lefty position, or I don't know. I don't think that it is. And even just to be clear about something, I was supporting Joe Biden's efforts to get a ceasefire. I'm not in
Straight raid. Kyle Kalinske and Chink got AOC elected. I think they're allowed to criticize her and trust that they're not going to turn on her. Chink supported Josh Shapiro for VP, for fuck's sake. Dude, I don't think she realizes that unenthusiastic support unenthusiastic support while telling your viewers that there is a genocide going on that is perpetrated by people like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris does not help, okay? Like, I'm sorry, it's just like complete and utter delusion, okay? Yeah, straight away, dude, she's such a fucking moron, dude. She's like an actual fucking Down syndrome vegetable fucking groveling drooling retard, dude.
I'm in favor of a two-state solution.
God. Dude, the great betrayer has something to say about Israel versus Palestine. Okay, give me a break, dude. The butcher of orbits.
I'm like with Joe Biden on that, and I was in favor of a ceasefire.
The right wing is associated with like what is it? They call it Kufi, the evangelical Christian support for Zionist Israel, et cetera, and then also the tepid Democrats, the Zionist Democrats, the Jewish Democrats, who are viewed as more right wing and.
Also, by the way, this is unacceptable. Okay, like to be on Cunny Point's side in this debate against Pisco, insufferable. Okay, I can't be doing this.
Context to this issue.
One
of the arguments that I brought up repeatedly that they bring up as well is that while providing $3.8 billion per year, enabling Israel in order to do the ethnic cleansing is monstrous. Effectively, we need to be critical enough of the state of Israel in order to reel back in their bullshit, but we can't be so critical that we lose their orbit. And so this kind of becomes like a dance between, we don't want them selling tech secrets and intel secrets to Russia or China. We don't want them giving technology away to China or Russia. And then also, we might not be able to rely on the fact that I think it's like 6 million Jews in the United States, 7 million Jews in Israel. We can't just rely on Jewish.
Iron Dome is defensive, not offensive. Yeah, but you know what they will say? They will say that, yes, it is defensive. However, it is also offensive in that it enables Israel to do whatever they want. Because the Iron Dome defends Israel, Israel is able to actually, like, carry out their ethnic cleansing without any kind of resistance to their population, right? Like, that's what other people will say. But then you would then have to reply with something like, well, the thing is that without the Iron Dome, all right, Israelis and Arabs as a whole and Palestinians in Israel would be subject to rockets. Okay, so that should be your next point.
Residency to maintain a good relationship with the state of Israel. And so if we say, fuck you, go independent, Israel might say, yeah, fuck you, we're going independent.
So that sounds like an argument that regardless of what Israel does,
yeah, we're being held hostage. Yeah,
that we should not stop funding them.
Yeah, you have to do a balance of 60,000 dead versus Russia and China get the most advanced chip technology on the planet. And they get some of the most advanced weapon systems on the planet.
I'm going to give you a hypothetical, and I hope it's not going to be that you're not going to consider it too outlandish. Suppose that Bibi Netanyahu ordered the IDF to commit a knowing massacre of what they knew to be civilians at a food site for the purpose of discouraging civilians from accessing food. Just one time, and we have absolute proof that Bibi did this. So, like, suppose that there is an absolute proof that Bibi ordered.
Okay, I know what Pisco is about to bring up. Listen to me. I would rather have Palestinians getting slaughtered by the IDF than lose our democracy to a fucking orange lunatic, okay? Do you understand me, Pisco? I would rather have thousands of dead Palestinians than to have our democracy destroyed and have millions of Americans die, okay? I'm making utilitarian calculus and you're wrong, okay? I know exactly what you're going to say, so fuck you, okay?
One massacre at one of these food sites, killing people for the purpose of disincentivizing citizens in Gaza from obtaining food. Do you think that would be grounds for us to cease all funding of Israel?
Of course. Yeah.
Of course. So
on a moral basis, 100%. However,
like, cease funding for Israel, fine. You can advocate for that after the fucking election. If you feel strongly about it, you can advocate for it during 4 years of Kamala Harris's fucking theoretical fucking fucking terms in office, okay? Fuck me, dude. You're such a fucking blasted moron. You're such a fucking, like, spineless little fucking lefty hack. You fucking moron. You absolute fucking retard. You downy fucking vegetable, alright? You're literally like the fucking tiny fucking gnome figures under Straight Raid's boobs at this point, okay? You might as well be Straight Raid's midriff because you're under her, okay? So fuck you, dude.
just like we're talking about with morality in politics, we have to do the calculation, right? How many lives? For instance, I thought you were going to ask about genociding the entire 2 million people. For me,
I think it's much less than that, right? Like if we have evidence that Israel is directing their
it's trying to murder Palestinians for the sake of murdering Palestinians, not out of some security concern or whatever.
I would think that, like,
God. I will sacrifice 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 Palestinians if I can get Trump out of office. Yes, I will actually do that. I'll even sacrifice 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 Americans to get Trump out of office, okay? It doesn't matter. This guy's killing way more than whatever the cost is that I will take to get this person out of office, okay?
Wait, hang on a second. We have to stop funding this. Even putting aside if it's every single person, right? And I actually think that the odds are, like, what do you think the odds are that they're specifically making conditions in Gaza as bad as possible for the explicit purpose of getting them all out of there? That is to say, making it worse from a humanitarian perspective for the explicit purpose of getting them all out of there. I think that's a high likelihood, don't you?
So here's where I don't feel like I know enough, okay? Since 2023, allegedly, the numbers that we're working with are 60K dead, 20,000 fighters dead, and 200,000 projected deaths from indirect causes, disease, malnutrition, et cetera, right? That's what we're looking at right now. That's 10% of the Gazan population dead. Pretty fucked up, right? But if we look at the Israeli argument,
Oh my God, can counterpoints just stop? Can Lolly Connor Cunny points please stop being a pussy for once and just like tell fucking piss cunt here that like yeah, maybe I am willing to take like dead Palestinians over the loss of our fucking American democracy. Can you please just give the right take? Just tell him to his face that this is the right fucking bullet to bite on, dude. Oh my God, it would be the first fucking brave thing you ever took in your fucking life, Cunny points. Oh my God.
And we steel man them. We don't assume that they're being duplicitous. Then, in modern urban combat, a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 civilian to combatant death.
Bro, who cares about these fucking hypotheticals? Just bite down the bullet and then just move on. You don't need to be like hinging yourself constantly on this point forever for like the next like fucking 30 minutes, dude. Without our
ratio is pretty common.
Bro. In a Trump fascist government, okay, listen, this is like preventing deaths by prevention, okay? All right, in a Trump fascist government, okay, millions of people would be genocided in fucking MAGA gas chambers, okay? You wanna sabotage, our chances of winning and have MAGA gas chambers to save a couple of Palestinian lives that you actually didn't end up saving, actually? Well, guess what? All right, see if I give a fuck about it, all right?
In urban combat. So if you look at Hue City in Vietnam, if you look at Fallujah, Second Battle of Fallujah, if you look at some of the battles in World War II, et cetera, this is actually pretty in line with like modern conflict stats. So then the question becomes, what is incumbent upon
What is the objective?
Israel
What do you think the objective is my question. What do you think the objective is? My question is, what do you think Israel's objective is?
No, that's where, for me, the longer that they keep people in tents, subject to food aid with no plans to rebuild Gaza, the more it looks like ethnic cleansing to me.
I think that's clear already. Like I think it's clear.
Imagine being so brain broken that you're inventing phantom gas chambers while denying genocide. Do you really think that Trump isn't willing to ethnically cleanse via all means necessary brown people from this nation? Yes or no? The answer is yes. He would absolutely ethnically cleanse anyone with a melanin level above 3 mgdl, okay? From this fucking country, all right? 100%. The answer is yes. No? Okay, you're just wrong.